Hello, everybody. I am Monica Anderson, and I am coming to you today with another episode of Quantum Living New Earth podcast. And we're coming to you today on January 8th of 2025. Thinking about what am I going to talk about today, it's never about that. It's never about coming up with a script or coming up with what I'm supposed to do. It's all heart-based and led by the heart. Right now, what are we focused on? What is going on? We're talking about the fires that are in the Palisades that are in LA, and they're burning all of those mansions down. And it's like a ring of fire. And everybody is freaked out about it. And they don't seem to know what's going on. What if I told you that I've been expecting those fires? What if I told you back in 2018, maybe 2017? I'd have to look. But I had a vision and was led to all of this, that these fires were going to be here. Fires, floods, earthquakes, everything. Because these fires today that are going on right now, as you're listening, are not isolated and are not just fires that are in a series of natural events. And we all need to pray. I'm seeing a lot of that. Pray for the people in California. Let's look at what's going on. What goes on in the Palisades? What goes on at the Gettysburg Museum? What happens there? I pulled up some information about the Getty's Museum let's see if I can pull it up really quick. But do you guys know what this is? Like, what is actually going on? Do you understand what's actually going on? That these fires are clearing. They are clearing a way for something new to be created. This is not something that is happening on incidentally. This is not something that somebody decided to just do. This is long in the plans, because we are destroying and getting rid of anything that had to do with the old factions, the old way of being that was a scourge on our planet for thousands and thousands of years, is now being brought to its knees. And it is all a completion of the military operation that has been going on, for a number of years. Let's say since Kennedy died. This has been a plan. This has been a plan for many, many years. So let me read you this article just to give some context. If you're listening to this from another country, this is what's going on in California right now on January 8th, 2025. I just want to read a little bit of it so that we have some context and some idea of the severity of what we're talking about, and my position on it, that I was looking for this to happen, waiting for this to happen, knew it was going to happen. So what does that mean? Why would I know about this? And other of you guys, if you knew that these fires were going to happen in the Gettysburg Museum and all of that, because you know what's going on there, you knew this was going to happen. So you're sitting back, just watching the show, right? But the people who don't want to believe this information, I have been silenced for 3 years. Others have been silenced. The only voices that are allowed to go ahead are ones that toe the line. Let's read about what's going on right now in the Palisades in Los Angeles, California. Massive wildfire in Los Angeles Palisades engulfs thousands of acres. People flee for their lives. A massive bushfire has engulfed thousands of acres in the Pacific Palisades area in the city of Los Angeles, USA. Strong winds have spread the fire rapidly. Videos from the area show people fleeing from the homes to open spaces and horses being set free so that they can run to save their own lives. Strong wind conditions have made the fire life-threatening as per reports. Multiple houses have caught fire and mandatory evacuation orders have been issued. So 800 acres of the most expensive property in the United States has just been consumed by fires and winds in LA. Los Angeles. People are evacuating their homes in massive numbers and running for their lives. Many ditched their cars and ran into the ocean. Pray for California. The Palisades is generally a prosperous area, and many lush estates are located in the fire zone. Described as one of the most expensive homes in the USA, the exact extent of the damages and lost lives are not yet clear. The Los Angeles Fire Department has announced and expanded evacuation zones, and it's employing bulldozers to move parked vehicles so that moving vehicles can evacuate the affected area rapidly. So, you guys, this is what is happening. And this is just the beginning. Well, it's not the beginning. This isn't the first thing that's happened. But this is good news. This is exciting. This is exciting. And the light is here. The light is shining. And the seraphim has showed up. And that's pure fire. It's pure fire. And the seraphim is not going to allow this evil is not going to allow this evil to stand anymore. And that goes for the world at large, and that goes for you individually. There is enough people that have changed. There is enough people that have raised their consciousness now that it has surpassed the quote unquote dark energies. They are on their way out. They are giving you the symbolism to show you this. They opened the portal and they released Lucy. They released Lucifer. They're all getting the hell out of here. And everything that had a part in the scourge of our earth. Okay, do you understand what we are undoing here? So when people say just now, they're saying you see these posts of people that are fake, that are sitting in their living rooms, they don't got any skin in the game. They're watching their Netflix series, they're going to church, they're living their life, thinking, got their cut lawns and everything's all perfect. And then they see the fires or they see flooding or they see something. Oh, pray for so-and-so. They need the Lord. And then they're off. What about before these fires? What about for the last 50 years? We'll just say the last 50 years, the last 100 years, but I'm just going to stick with the last 50 years. This has been actively being put in place. And what is that? What is it? that I'm constantly referring to, and that I guess we're all just walking around it all the time and not talking about it. Instead, we want to talk about what Elon Musk is doing, what Trump is doing, not realizing what's happening with them, that they're all on this too. And Elon, the character, he is coming out and stating this, which is what the fires, the flooding, all of this is to clear the tunnels, to destroy the infrastructure of the human operation of our energy, sucking energy, stealing our energy, is ending. And they were using our children. There is a reason why they want the abortion thing was such a big thing. Why were they so upset about that? Why were they pushing it so hard? Why did they do so much marketing to convince you? Because it's not natural, ladies. It's not natural to get pregnant unexpectedly, expectedly, whatever, through a violent act, whatever it was. Okay. And I've had all of it happen to me, so I can talk about it. But when you get pregnant, when a woman is pregnant and she hasn't been MK Ultra'd and mind controlled to believe that she's worthless and that she's just a breeder or she's just a slave to take care of somebody but not take care of herself. When a woman is with child and her soul knows that, she does not want to murder that child. She does not want to get rid of that child. No, she does not. Sitting here saying, oh, well, I'm getting rid of the child because of I want to go out. I want to still go out. I want to drink. I want to do all this stuff. I'm not ready. I can't afford it. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. But this is an operation that has been going on. And the vaccine situation, the abortion situation, all of the brands in LA, Rodeo Drive should just be, the streets should be just painted red. Because the red carpet in LA, they're telling you that is they're walking on the blood of your children. They're drinking the blood of your children. They've been doing it. When you have your Louis Vuitton bags, when you have your Dolce & Gabbana, when you have your Balenciaga, when you have your red bottom shoes, what are you promoting? What are you doing? You watch the Housewives of Beverly Hills? Housewives of Beverly Hills, Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Orange County, Housewives of Potomac, which is in DC. Housewives of what? New York. All of those women, all of those people are so effed. They're all upset. They're all backbiting. They're all positioning themselves, angling themselves to freaking cut a bitch. if they don't get their positioning or if somebody looked at them wrong. And all of this is being done, all of these Netflix series, all of these people. I bring up the housewives of, Beverly Hills or Orange County because I watched them for years. I watched them from the beginning, just like I watched The View from the beginning. And wasn't Rosie O'Donnell the host on The View back in the day? And then she got her own show. So I have seen this morphing in myself and in the celebrities that have always been doing this stuff. But the difference is that they know that your children and that their children, they sacrifice their own children. These people, these celebrities, this stuff going on in LA, that was also the other thing. When we used to watch $1 Million LA, $1 Million Listing LA. Do you guys know that show? It's got real estate agents and they show homes. And I remember there's like a guy on there that started off young in LA, Josh. And he drove around. His grandmother like created polyester, which that tells you a lot, that he must be connected somehow. But he loved the Getty Museum and he loved that whole area. And he would always show those homes in the Palisades and go on and on about the history. And I bet you he is just freaking out right now. I bet all of Hollywood is freaking out right now because they're literally clueless of what is going on. And I'm sitting here watching $1 Million Listing LA last season and the season before. And I'm like, what has happened to the show? Because they don't realize what's happening and they're having all this real estate problems and they don't even know why. They don't realize it's all going away. It's all going away. What's going away, Monica? What's going away? What's going away is the ability to stake your livelihood on the blood of our children. So if you work for a company, if you work for Boeing, if you work for Uber, if you work for Walmart, if you work for Sam's Club, Amazon, whatever, name the corporation, they're all part of this. They're all part of this world network of human trafficking and organ harvesting and the adrenochrome trade. It's all was created for this. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was resurrected in, I think, 2009 by the elites because executive order by Trump, I think it's 134818. You guys can correct me that no. But the executive order said crimes against humanity, all assets will be seized. And all the assets were seized way back. All their assets were seized. All these people have been taken care of. But before all that happened, when they were still living, they needed a way to keep their organizations going. And so they created Bitcoin. And the only way that Bitcoin keeps itself afloat is from the retail investor. So they had to trick you guys. They had to trick you guys into believing that Bitcoin was backed by gold. And that by buying Bitcoin, that's equivalent to buying gold. Then you have all these people that got caught up in the church. Now, I'm showing you this to show you how it's all the same thing and it's all connected and it's all part of this. They had to get retail investors. They had to get you guys realizing about Bitcoin so that they could get you to buy it. Okay. It was another way for them to use you. And yeah, you're going to make some money off of it in the meantime. But guess what? This new system that we're heading up to, the new system that Elon is putting in with the Starlink satellites, guess what? Bitcoin doesn't run on it. Bitcoin, think of it like this. Bitcoin was the coin for the old elites to use. And it was going to be used to enslave us. So now we have all of these people that have been going to church and they don't know about the agenda. And so they're going to church and they start going to this mega church and getting satellite churches in. And then you have these people interjecting information and telling you that Bitcoin's decentralized and it's not part of the banks and it's a way to get away from the banks and all this. And then they start marketing it. And then it seems like, smart religious people are in it. You know, the homesteaders are getting it and they're getting away from the government. And you guys, yes, if Bitcoin was the chosen one to be used for that, then I would say you guys are 100% right. But what I want to tell you is that it's not Bitcoin. It is XRP. It is right behind me. I have my Jasara poster that was put out by deepstatemappingprojects.com. You can visit it and get this. I don't know if this poster is still available, but this is all about the Saint Germain Trust and these certain utilities that are available, for you to, at this time, to invest in. If you would like to, you can invest in it early. And it would be like investing back in 1929, the Rockefellers and all of that. It would be like that. Investing in the economy early. So you can actually find out, and I was going to see if I could pull it up, but I'm not able to quickly. You can actually find out what every utility is for. Let me see if I can quickly ask ChatGPT. What are the utilities, can't spell it, of the ISO 222 compliant tokens? Please give me a list of the tokens and their utility in the new economy. We're just going to say it like that. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what everything is for because you guys need to learn this. Okay, so ISO 222 is a global standard for financial messaging that enhances interoperability between traditional finance systems. So this is a bridge system and emerging technologies like blockchain. Several cryptocurrencies have adopted this standard. Ooh, and they got beautiful imagery now on ChatGPT of each of these, which I'm going to show you guys. So exciting because guess what? 6 months ago, a year ago, ChatGPT would not even acknowledge this information. So this is awesome. So several cryptocurrencies have adopted the standard to integrate more seamlessly into the global financial ecosystem. Here are some notable ISO 222 compliant tokens and their utilities in the evolving digital economy. So I'm talking about this on my podcast because it goes along with helping you guys understand what we're going through, easing your fears, calming your fears so that you can get into your soul and get into your spirit and relax. There's nothing you need to do. You're not going to be destitute. You're not going to, nothing that seems like it's going to happen financially to you is going to happen. Okay. And I'm saying this with extreme faith. Okay. In my own situation. Okay. I've been riding this, knowing that this is, and been putting everything in place. And it has been tricky. We are walking a tightrope. Okay. But while we're doing this, let's learn about this new economy, because when you have this knowledge, that's power, and that makes you calm down. Okay. And that gives you peace. And that's what we're doing. We want to feel and be in peace. We want to be raw with peace, as my company name is. Okay. So I want to talk to you about each of the tokens you see behind me. We're going to talk about what each of their utility is. Okay. So we have XRP, which you can kind of think about that like what Bitcoin was wanting to be. Okay. So XRP, developed by Ripple, XRP facilitates fast and cost-effective cross-border transactions. It acts as a bridge currency, providing liquidity between different fiat currencies, and is designed to integrate with traditional banking systems to streamline international payments. And we all know that we're waiting for the Iraqi dinar and all the other currencies they're all getting on the blockchain, and we're getting ready to have some movement with the Ripple dollar and all that, right? You've been seeing all that come into play. So now let's go to another one. Let's go to Cardano. And that is, the call letters for that are ADA. So when you see that, and it's spelled Cardano, Cardano. So I'm giving you real information, not just trying to keep you on here. You need to learn what each of these do, and you can actually figure out how they'll work in your new business that you're going to have. I've already done that, like how I'll operate my healing center and all of that, how I'll utilize these. So let's talk about Cardano and what that is. Cardano is a blockchain platform that emphasizes security, scalability, and sustainability through a research-driven approach. Its native token, ADA, is used for staking, governance, and transactions fees within its ecosystem. By adopting ISO 20022, Cardano aims to enhance compatibility with existing financial infrastructure, promoting broader adoption. Okay, so Cardano's thing is security, scalability, and sustainability. It's used for staking and governance and transaction fees. So it's just the energy required for these different mechanisms that we need to communicate. This is all, think of these apps, or think of these tokens, if you will, whatever you want to think of them as, but think of them as like communication apps. And it's explaining how we will be communicating. Remember, it's a bridge, how we're going to be communicating over, that's the thing, the ultimate system that will not have any money and will just be using our consciousness that is derived from our heart space. That's why I'm like, you guys, you need to get your heart space. You need to get this figured out, because your quality of life will be directly related to the quality of your thoughts and where they are derived from, and where your action comes from. If you're taking inspired action that comes from your heart space, it's going to flow because you're going to be at a high frequency. And being at a high frequency and having abundance, they go hand in hand. Just like being healthy when you're healthy and high frequency, you don't carry extra weight because it goes hand in hand. Goes hand in hand. So let's look at the next one, Quant, QNT. Quant focuses on facilitating interoperability between multiple blockchains and enterprise software solutions through its overledger technology. The QNT token is used to access services and pay transaction fees within the ecosystem, enabling seamless communication across distributed ledger technologies. Okay, so Quant is like the satellites. Next, Algorand, and that's Algo for the call letters. Algorand is a blockchain platform that provides immediate transaction finality, built for scalability and security. Its native token Algo is used for transaction fees, staking, and governance. See, they all say this. It's all used for transaction fees, and it's different fees and different utilities for different applications. So, like if we go down to XLM, that I call the people's coin. And that one is going to be used. Stellar is an open source network for currency payments, enabling efficient cross border transaction. The native token XLM is used to facilitate multi currency transactions and pay transaction fees. So if you don't know how we did money before, it might seem a little confusing. The people who have no clue about this that are going on, they won't even really know that anything has happened. So basically what has happened is, and what is happening in these fires in the Palisades and the coming up of events in these next few days, weeks, 25 is going to change everything. Okay. It is all a transfer of power. It's all a transfer of power. That's all that's happening. Listen, if you're looking at X, that's the best thing that's happened is like X now, the normies are now getting their news, and people like me are actually able to more of a degree get our voice out. That's why I started my podcast, though. I want to do my podcast for the last 4 years. But now having the podcast, I can say whatever I want. And, if people don't listen. But the information is out there for you guys on what is happening. And we can keep on doubling down and stating that it's not happening and that things are exactly the way they were. And we're upset that things are not staying the same. We're upset that the mansions are burning in the Palisades. We're upset that the Gettysburg Museum is going to go down. Why? We're going to have to be rebuilding. So this is the other piece of it. All of those tokens that I talked about, and I didn't talk about all of them. But all of the tokens that we're going to have, they are going to give us the tech and the energy that we need to recreate the world that is being destroyed right now. So this is not a negative thing. This is not an upsetting thing. What is upsetting and what was upsetting was us continuing to go along while our children were being raped, murdered, tortured, literally in front of our faces. And all of this weird technology is going on. All this weird shows are going on to mind control everybody and adjust everybody and invert everybody's energies. Nobody knows what's going on. Now it's all being exposed. And you haven't seen anything yet. You have not seen anything yet. I did my podcast last week and the last one I did, and I was really upset about what's going on with the evil showing with the OnlyFans. The poor girls that have been mind effed into thinking that this is a way to make money and that making money is the end all and be all of their worth. That is going away. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Having your worth based on how much money you bring in or the brands. Ooh, you're wearing an expensive brand. Remember, like in China or in Thailand or whatever, you go shopping and you get all these dupes. Oh, what about the Birkin dupe? That's another thing, okay? The whole Walmart Birkin, that is part of this. That is part of this. And I love it. It's another thing to make the housewives of Beverly Hills women look like fools, look like absolute fools. That they sit up there, they're drinking alcohol, poisoning themselves on screen, but they make sure, what do they show on that show? They're literally walking around with 30, 50, $70,000 Birkin bags that they just set on the counter. Their purses cost more than most people's homes in where I live in upstate South Carolina in the South. And that is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. And when you learn where Hermes bags, look up what the skins of those bags are made of. Look it up. Okay. Again, it's about the children. Look at the history, look at the ancient knowledge about Hermes. Okay. So they're making these Birkins, and the everyday person, which you guys, guess what? That's right. The everyday person is the elite. And now this is available to all of them. And do you know how much they're freaking out? I guarantee you, because they're so shallow. Anybody who gives a shit and that carries a bag, and a $70,000 bag, and they've got another bag out that's this 90s bag that we all carried that's now like $1,100. And it's just cheap. You guys are being made fools of. You guys are being made fools of. And all those celebrities, they were all chosen, groomed, picked. This is all a network. This is all a thing. So these Birkin bags coming out, and the everyday person getting the Birkin bag, because guess what? We're going into the abundance timeline. You can have a Birkin, you can have a car, you're going to be able to have everything that you ever wanted. It's going to be an even playing field for once. An even playing field. None of these celebrities, none of these politicians, none of them got there where they got. Oprahs of the world, Ellen DeGeneres of the world, Dr. Phil's of the world. They did not get to where they were on their merits because they were good people and had good information. And we were all taught that, oh, yeah, they went here and then they had all these degrees. And then we all went, okay, we got to get our degrees. We got to get our, okay, we got to do this, and we got to put out the perfect, the perfect broadcast, the perfect this. And then we'll be like Oprah, and we'll be like Dr. Phil, or we'll be like whatever. And then it never happened to us. That's because it's like, where did Oprah get the money? She's opening up a school in Africa. How? How? Okay, can you guys see this? Can you guys see how it was all fake? So when you hear people us say that it's fake, or we talk about false flags, when I say a false flag, Hollywood's a giant false flag. We've all been duped. And now we're seeing that they were all men. And you go back and look at those movies, you can't even watch them anymore. You cannot watch them anymore when you're awake. Seeing their freaking things hanging down between their legs, the women, their broad shoulders. Remember how they brought in CrossFit? All of a sudden, women were getting huge. It's like, how? What? All of this, every single thing in your life was to secure this matrix and to secure their gravy train. They didn't think that this would ever happen, that their time would be up. And you guys realize that that is what is so freaking amazing and what like I'm in awe about. Like, do you know how close humanity doesn't realize how close we came to going in the other direction? And all that you guys that are on this that think that we're going to the NWO, the New World Order. Yeah, we are going to a one world. We are, but not where we're controlled. You know the show 90 Day Fiance? Okay, that whole show is all about people who meet people in different countries and the process and the heartache that they go through because they can't just have a relationship and be together. And it costs thousands of dollars for them to get a visa. And then they have to wait. And then they have to spend all this money to travel back and forth to be with a person that they want, another soul that they want to be with. Well, all that's changing. You're not going to have to get visas anymore. You know, everything's going to be America. Every single thing is going to be America. Every single thing is going to be where you can just, we're going to have interstellar travel. I know it seems nuts, but it's coming and it's coming like right now. By 2028, all this will be in place. Okay. Interstellar travel. Think Star Trek. If you want to know the future we're going into, go watch the original 70s Star Trek series. And now they have a cartoon, a Star Trek cartoon. And they're telling you what's going to happen. So these fires and everything that you're seeing, the people that decided to stay in their homes, okay, the majority of people that live there, they're liberals. They hate God. They hate the light. Okay. And they refused to leave. They were given warning after warning after warning after warning after warning after warning. We've been warning for years that this lifestyle and this raping of resources from the earth, building these disgusting mansions and using cheap products and formaldehydes and all this stuff, there is no reason why any of those homes, any home should burn. And people in X in the comments are like, why? Why aren't houses made of stone? Why do they not? What's going on? I don't get this. I mean, you've got people that are building, $30 million homes that it's basically plaster. It's like glue and what am I saying? Paper mache. They're just huge paper mache. It doesn't make any sense if you're going to be building a home for $40 million, $30 million, $10 million, whatever, these people. Watch Million Dollar Listing LA. You guys know, watch real estate shows and you see they make those houses the exact same way that they make the spec houses. Because the people that are purchasing them, I mean, of course, not everyone, but the people that are purchasing these big homes, they don't care about the intrinsic quality and the value of their home. They care about the look. They care about saying that it's 10,000 square feet and I've got a swimming pool and I've got a football court or whatever, basketball court. They built these houses on the cliffs and they have no yards and there's no human would live there, in the natural manner. So all of that is going to go away and going to be destroyed because it does not reside with the new earth frequencies. So if all of that bothers you, it sounds so woo woo. It's like I'm kind of in between the two, because I come from the perspective. I was in church, as born again Christian and all that whole thing from birth till I was 40 years old. And then I had my Kundalini awakening through the birth of my daughter in 2018 on September 3rd, 2018. And that revealed all this information to me and made it all clear. I have no question. That's why I'm going forward. That's why I'm going forward with this and telling you guys this, even though I've lost all my friends. Nobody talks to me from my past. And I know they think I'm crazy. But it's all coming. It's all coming here. And what I've done is I've set up in these last 4 years, knowing this is coming, I have set up a online store that has all the healing products that you guys need. And one of the things that I created, and so I want to talk to you guys about this. So I told you about all the stuff that's happening, why the fires are happening. Be excited that they're happening. Okay, because it's a completion. It's a completion and it opens up the way for rebuild. Okay, that we're going into. Things are only going to ratchet up in these next few days, weeks, months. Okay, 2025, you are going to be completely different. Your life will not look nothing like you, if you had planned it. It's going to look nothing like that. If you're working at a job that supports this way of being, you're going to lose your job. It's going to go away. So you can do this now. This information I'm telling you, please go to my website, shoprawwithpeace.com. Read my About Me section. Look through the products. All the products that are in there are all to awaken your DNA. Okay? And awaken you to your soul's cry. And your soul's cry is what you're here to do. And that's my mission. That's what I'm tasked to do, is to go forward with my light and let you guys know that you have all the power within you to do this. And I know it's hard, but you want to find a life of peace and flow. And it doesn't have to do with work, and it doesn't have to do with any of those things. So at Shop Raw with Peace, I have some incredible game-changing products for you. And one of them I created myself, and I'm very proud of it because it works. It is so good, and it will change your life. It will literally change your life. And you can go out and make this yourself and do this yourself. But I put it together for you. And I'm a licensed skincare therapist, and I have been in the beauty industry since I was 10 years old. So I have used it all. I have tried it all. I no longer get fillers or Botox. And even when I did, I barely got any very often. But I am 50 years old this year, and my skin and my body have never felt better. And I have been doing this for actively doing this ascension kind of like way for, let's say, 5 years. But let me tell you about my nanotech scrub. Now I'm getting these gorgeous labels that are coming in the mail. So if you receive this like this with an instruction sheet, just bear with me that I want to get it out to you. And I want to say that all of you guys that have purchased the nanotech scrub, and just dealt with me that I don't have it perfect and I don't have it perfectly sealed and all of that, but you've supported it and used it. Thank you. Thank you for having grace. Because my thing was this idea for the scrub came to me over a year ago, and it was just like how you get things in your head. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to create that. I want to do it. But I'm like, I got to find a manufacturer. I got to do all this. But then Shopify came about. I had my Shopify store and I'm able to sell it and I don't have to worry about anything. So everything, this scrub, let me show you it too if you're watching this. This scrub is for men and women. It has a very neutral smell. And guess what? The main product, miracle, life-changing product for you is boron, or you might hear it called borax. So that is 3/4 of this is borax. And then it's filled with Epsom salt and magnesium. And then I have frankincense oil with which oxygenates your blood. And then I have geranium rose oil, just a little bit, because that keeps the demons away. And then it is infused and filled with a gorgeous organic almond oil. And then I put a few drops of DMSO. So it becomes very quantum at that point. So what you do is you take this scrub, man or woman, okay? You take this scrub, just scoop some out, and I want you to just scrub it and massage it all over your body, in between your toes, your fingernails, your ears, inside your ears, behind your ears, okay? And go in circular motions like this, okay? Massage it in everywhere. Then let it just sit there for just a little bit and then rinse off. You will be left with a beautiful finish from the almond oil, and then you can shave your legs, shave your face, whatever you're doing, because it leaves a film where you don't need a moisturizer or shaving cream. This is going to get the nanotech out. It's going to make your skin gorgeous and smooth, but it's a detox scrub. And the nanotech, you will actually see it. It'll come to the surface and it might look like a little black. If you've ever seen in your pores, any ladies or gents that get facials done before you get a facial, your pores are clogged and it looks like a little black or something. That's kind of what it looks like in your skin. Like you'll see it in your arm, you'll see it in your thighs, all different areas. And you can actually, the boron goes in there and helps to extract it. And then you can basically squeeze it out or it comes out, which sounds really gross, but you get that out and that will create more of a magnetic field. If you really want to double down and really make everything a powerhouse with your scrub, you can also incorporate using DMSO and Zeolite. So I have tasked myself with finding the very best and the things that work. So I have this Zeolite in my store as well. And I also have a link so you can buy 3 of them. But you can buy it individually in my store. We stock it that way because it's just, I want things to be convenient for you guys. So what you do with the zeolite, see this little shape right here? It's kind of sort of like an octagon, kind of like a soccer ball shape. So that goes through your system and basically packs out all the heavy metals. Okay. So this gets out the nanotech as well. The zeolite spray and the one that I like. And you don't need to email me and ask me. You can use whatever you want. This is what I have. And I put it together all at shoprawwithpeace.com so that you could just go in, boop, 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 order. Okay. And this can be used for your children. This is all universal, children and pets. So this can be your first aid for your entire family. And it's not expensive and it's not surgery and it actually works and changes the game. So we have the TRS spray and we have this gorgeous DMSO from Simply Honest Company. So all of my products, if I don't make them, they're from a small business for the most part, and so you're helping support small businesses by supporting my business. So I have this in an 8-ounce size and a 16-ounce size. I would definitely get the bigger bottle because this will be used for everything. So get one big bottle and then get one small bottle. And because you're going to need it. And I want you to put a bottle in your kitchen. And I want you to put a bottle where your kind of stuff is, like in your bathroom. So I have my DMSO right next to my castor oil, which is another product that I carry. And I'm getting in, it should be in there soon, but I'm getting in the castor oil from this company and it is so good. Castor oil is another detox. So all of these things are all things to detox the nanotech out of your system. This is not about being women's products and all of this. This is for the body. Okay. Every single thing I have in there is all to detox you and then to enhance the new human that you are. So I've got a beautiful perfume in there. I have an oil called the anointing oil. And all of those are great for my divine femmes that are coming out as their DNA becomes unlocked and you understand who you are. You want to really take care of yourself and you really start feeling beautiful. And so I put in some beautiful perfume that is healthy and a beautiful oil, apricot oil with some other oils in it called an anointing oil. So those are all luxury products that you can use because this is a very sensual, beautiful way to live in the quantum and to live as if and knowing that you are connected with others and that every thought that you think and everything that you do is aiding and helping humanity in one way or another, is changing humanity in one way or another. Right now, I am tasked with letting you guys know this is what's going on. You don't need to be afraid at all. Look at my life and see the major changes I made and see that obviously there's something to this because I have been doing every single thing that I am telling you guys to do and telling you guys that is going on. I've been using this information. I knew that these fires were going to happen. I knew that the flooding was going to happen. I'm expecting there to be something more happen where I live because trafficking and all that stuff started here where I live. So stuff has got to happen to reveal to the people more and more and more that you're not going to be able to utilize the old world to keep it hammered down. Okay? We're putting new systems in place and people like me are finally, we're done. We're done. We're not going to be silenced and we're coming forward. And I am continuing, even though it would be so easy for me to not do this because all the indications from the outside are telling me to go in the corner, and be quiet and to chill out. And I'm not going to. It's like Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And I've been dancing ever since. I'm all about dancing. And that's what you guys need to do. If you don't know what to do right now, just dance. Put on some good music and just dance. It's all going to be okay. We're getting through this. Hold the line. Hold the line. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. Meditate. I know that you guys are not meditating and you need to meditate because if you meditated, then you would know everything that I'm saying is right and you would be clicking into it. Uh, but you're not meditating and you're focused on fear. So, everybody meditate. If you don't know anything about this information and what meditation do I listen to? How do I meditate? What food do I eat? What what do I do? If you're totally new to this and you've listened this far and you're interested in wanting more information in a non-judgmental environment, join me in my private community where I will be in a little bit at therealityshifters.com. And whether you know me personally or you don't know me, you are welcome to join it. Because it is right now, it is a group that I basically have all this information. So we have, I don't know how many members we have, maybe around 70 or 80 members, and they all post things as they're going through. We can post links to YouTube, we can do Facebook, whatever. We could do our own posts. I go live in there, but I have a whole entire section. I have it in different sections. I have it in you can go in. I've got New Earth Living. So, all the ways we're living in the new earth and health information. I've got 5D health information. I've got recipes and protocols in there. I've got the MJ12, the Majestic 12 documentation, which is 650 pages. I've got the PDF that you can download. I have an ascension guide that is life changing. If you'll read the information, and the ascension guide is available to download as well. I also have transformational courses for you, and they will change your life. And you can go in there, and then I have a whole section of meditations. I have books and audible sections. You can go in there, and it's all the stuff that I have utilized and used. I have my black goo talons, which you can see right here, that square right there. That gets, by looking at it, it gives out the frequency and it's pulling out the black goo, the AI, okay, all the cybernetic stuff that's in you. It's pulling that out. And when you pull that out, you guys, you get those heavy metals out, you pull out that black goo, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay? So even if you think I'm crazy, just start doing this. So I want to tell you too what DMSO is, because a lot of people don't understand what it is. It is pine resin. So you guys, some of you guys might know about people taking turpentine, drinking turpentine, which is pine resin. Well, that's how I found out about this through my herb. I'm an herbalist, and I found out about pine, and then I found out about the turpentine thing, but I couldn't bring myself to drink turpentine. So I started studying it. I'm like, there's got to be something out there using pine if it's that great. Which, by the way, I do have a pine tincture. I do have a pine tincture as well that marries well with this. And I'll just say really quickly as we're ending, if you've had the COVID-19, the COVID vaccine in 1, 2, 3, 20 doses, okay, you've got to get the heavy metals out. These two things, plus I have a pine tincture that I want you to take. These three things will pull that out. Will pull all the heavy metals out. Also, if you've had any of the COVID tests done, I'm telling you, I don't know how much this is, the small size. Maybe it's like $40, but I'm telling you, if you will get this DMSO, and you can get DMSO from Amazon. All of the stuff that I have, you can go get it on your own. You can go put it together on your own. Okay. So, and I want you to do that. If you don't want to go through shoprawwithpeace.com, But I have painstakingly found the good companies, found the products that worked. I used them all on myself. I have not had any vaccines. I have not had any tests done, and I have never worn a mask. So but I still had nanotech and I still had stuff in me. And I went through this massive transformation. So I know it works from personal experience. The other thing is every single thing at shoprawwithpeace.com and every single thing I do, I also do coaching and I do frequency scans. So I have so much for you guys to help you guys. So get into coaching with me. Get the products. Get the products. Get them home. Join the reality shifters. Join me at 2 o'clock on Sundays, on Eastern time on Sundays. I would love to have hundreds, thousands of people there. My God, that would be so phenomenal. If on Sunday, I call it Sunday church because it's the real church. It's the real church. It's a group of people that all know that they're one coming together. And we come together on 2 p.m. on Sundays. And we go over the what's happening. And I help you guys move through these. And we are changing lives in our group. So I welcome you. I welcome you, all of you, to humanity, all of humanity, no matter where you live, no matter where you are. I'm bringing out the call. I'm bringing the call out. This is where we're all connecting. There's going to be tons and tons of things coming forward. And I want to be able to tell you guys about it all at once. And things are really going to be changing. Things are really going to be changing in a good way. But if you want to be connected to the highlight, you want to be connected to the high vibration. I'm talking like schools for your kids. We got so much coming. So much coming. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of going back to the future and melding the way we used to do things and the way we used to love and respect the earth, but melding it with the technology that will enable us to do this, and let go of the programming that you need to be indoctrinated and to be an employee, and that your life is only about working every day and paying for electricity. We're going to have free electricity, free energy. It's all coming, everybody. It's all coming. Do you want to be on that timeline? All you have to do is say yes. And I have rolled out a golden road for you to jump on. And all of my knowings and my information all come from the divine. And I wish that there was something more I could do to let people know that this is real, and it's funny how the universe has, the dark side has made me look like I'm a scammer and turn my face into somebody who's scamming people for money, because they knew that is the opposite of what I am. And the people who've done that and been a part of that and been a part of marginalizing me, they're going to have their day. They're going to have their day. And I stand here and I can look you guys in the eye and I can tell you that humanity is going to be okay. And I'm leading the way to shine my light on the pathway. And it is glorious over here. And all of you guys that have connected with me and that send me messages and text messages, I love it. I cannot wait until we all meet. I cannot wait till we all meet and we can wrap my arms around you. I'm like trying to figure out how to do it because I got so many of you. But we're going to have a big show. We're going to have a big party. We're going to have a big welcoming. So if you want to be connected with the new earth people, the human 3.0, and you want to go onto a fabulous, high vibe, luxury, gorgeous life, come and join me. So if you're listening to this podcast and you've listened all the way through, I want to say thank you. You're incredible because you're one of the people that are moving the needle, and I appreciate you so much. So please download this podcast, share this podcast. If you're listening to it on Apple, which it looks like about 40% of you listen to it on Apple, if you could leave me a comment, leave me a review. If you got anything out of this, I would love for you to leave me a review, leave me a comment, download this podcast, forward this podcast. If you guys do those 4 things every time I drop a podcast, you are doing something major, major for humanity. Okay? And if you are somebody that has your own YouTube, has your own podcast, and you're like me and you're trying to get the word out, I would love to interview you, and I would love to talk with you and get you on my podcast. So just get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me at monica@rawwithpeace.com. That is my email. And you can get a hold of me there, and let's connect. I'm meeting with a gal tomorrow, which I'm excited about. And we're going to be recording an episode. She's from South Africa, and she's holding the fort down over there and getting her healing center done. And she is really moving things. And I'm excited to finally connect because we've been trying to connect since before Christmas. So everybody take advantage of everything I'm offering you. This is the new world. This is a new earth. I am kind of like glitch in the matrix you happen to see. So take advantage of it. It is not a coincidence if you're listening and this podcast came to you. Anything that you hear, anything that comes in your field is a message from the divine for you. It is time to wake up. It is time to figure out what your mission is and who you are. You've got to slow down. People who don't slow down for 2025 are going to be in a world of hurt. So everybody, get ready. It's the show is about to begin, the big show. So get ready. I hope you guys have goosebumps going down your spine because it's about to get real. And I'm, for one, more than excited about it. So I will see you guys again later this week, and happy podcasting. And thank you again for shedding the light and shining your light. That's what I'm tasked with having you guys do. And every one of you guys, I know I got to go, but every one of you guys that are shining your light, okay, think of yourself as you have little solar panels. You absorb the light from the sun through your meditation. You absorb the light, you absorb the frequency, and then you shine it out, okay? Then you shine it out to humanity, and then they reflect it back. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do. I'm shining my light out to you. I'm giving you everything I have. I'm giving you my full heart. So I want you to take it, and I want you to run with it and create gorgeous beauty and love, 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 love. Okay, because this feeling of love is indescribable, and you want it, and it will give you a peace that passes all understanding. And it does. It makes you raw with peace. Thanks, you guys. Everyone have an incredible, incredible day, and make it the best day you can.